Well, welcome everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day. A couple things before we get started today. If you know someone who wants to play in a GMR game, send them my way. I'd love to talk to them about either getting on the wait list for a campaign slot or getting into a one-shot. We do announce those over at Patreon first, which is over at patreon.com/GMR. Go check that out. We are going to be doing at least one-shot here in June, so look for the announcement real soon up there on Patreon. We also have the GM tip videos, archives, and podcasts over on YouTube. If you do watch that stuff, do hit the thumbs up. It does help me out a ton. We also have the physical maps now available at gmeric.com, and we have these awesome hats. These are snapbacks, and they fit even my massive dome. So check these out. They are awesome hats. They're super comfy. So go check these out. They're awesome. They're in the store right on the front page of gmeric.com. We also have the announcement that the Battle Royale is going to be held on July 27th. So if you're interested in trying to win some physical prizes, go sign up for the Battle Royale over in the store in the one-shot section of gmeric.com. It's a ton of fun, and the first prize gets a signature bomber jacket, and the only way you can get that bomber jacket is by winning Battle Royale, so sign up now. I know that there's several people who are highly interested in joining that. But let's go ahead and get you guys started because we've got a lot to cover today. You guys are adventuring in the lands of Toivoa. Specifically, you have returned to Nausea, here at the northern end of Reston, after having resolved Neve Dorcatus's issues. Well, at least her problems. We'll call... Okay, maybe not her problems. We'll call her current adventure. After having returned to Nausea to restock and recollect and generally reset, you've managed to do a bit of that before deciding to take a bit of a breather. You ended last session at the Longstriders Consortium in your bedroom. The question becomes, as you awaken the next day, you all have gotten a long rest, but Kier, there's a knock at your door.
Uh-oh. Okay. Wonderful. I think I say this for the most sincere, with some of the most sincerity I've ever said it. I would like to panic.
That's probably a good thing at the moment.
All right. So, what time of day is it? Like first thing in the morning, before dawn, after dawn?
It's about 8 a.m.
8 a.m. So, Kier will hear the knock on his door and sit up in his bed and just call, "Who is it?"
Come to the door, Kier.
Do I recognize his voice?
It is Leslie's voice.
Oh, okay. Cool. I'm gonna shift the setting of my panic to a more reserved one now. All right. Kira will say, "Oh yeah, right away," and get up and go open his door to greet Leslie.
Leslie greets you. Here.
Morning.
You probably should be better dressed and equipped for the day.
And he looks down in like his boxers and a thin little shirt. What? Oh shoot. Give me a moment.
No.
He grinned sheepishly. No? Okay.
Ashlyn DeLise is in town and is looking for you.
She's looking for me.
She knows that you're here in the consortium and have a room here.
Oh. Hell. Why does she... Alright, I need to get equipped. You're right. You're supposed to... Okay, and he'll rush into the room and start throwing on his gear.
And Leslie will turn. I just went to deliver the message from some friends. So, I hope that helps.
It helps tremendously. What?
If you need something, let me know.
Hold on. What friends?
Oh, members of the Longstriders Consortium. I believe it came from someone that was Sea-Toad Coin, and Saison, Bryn Gemflower, Tati, Oshin, Ryman. There's also Ruzid, etc. They send their regards and their best wishes.
Here, with murder in his eyes, says, "Best wishes." Right.
Is there a problem?
Oh, no, not with you, Leslie.
I'm getting a second message. Oh, well, that's funny. They said, good luck.
Right. Thanks.
I don't understand why they didn't just send you the message, but rather sent it to me first.
I don't know.
Oh, well.
Thank you, Leslie, for the warning.
Of course. And remember, the consortium is not a safe space.
I had a safe space set up. She was supposed to be called there.
And Leslie is going to turn and walk away.
Oh, God. Okay. What do I do? All right. Well, Kier is gearing up. It can't take long to don his breastplate and gear, right?
5 minutes.
Oh, well. Okay. He's still gonna do it. He wants
5
to be
minutes
properly...
during which Ashlyn DeLise could show up at any moment.
Okay. Okay, so he's gonna grab his important gear, and he's gonna start collecting his team.
Thank God.
Gonna go door to door, wake everybody up, bang on the doors. Emergency! Emergency! Worst case scenario! Everybody up!
Zoya opens her door. Yes.
What are you talking about, worst case?
Ashlyn is here, and she's looking for me.
Tyro is out the door. Fuck the, barely putting on his coat.
Zoya goes back into her room, picks up her crossbow, and slings it over her back.
Leslie just stopped by to tell me that apparently Sea-Toad Coin and his Merry brand have told her exactly where I am.
Haven't we heard that name before?
A lot. A lot. We have heard that name a lot. Yes. Yes, we have.
I don't believe I have.
I'm going to set up the voice link if we have 10 minutes.
I don't think we do.
Okay.
But
I'm not going to do that.
Go ahead and start. She could show up at any moment, and if you get interrupted, you get interrupted. I'm gonna put on my armor once Granok and everybody else is up and moving.
The other people have just been talking. I'm already downstairs, armor donned, because I don't sleep in like the rest of you.
Oh.
I was gonna say Matilda probably would be doing the you and Matilda, the early risers, like responsible adults.
I'm assuming she also didn't go for the run with the same thought of Ashlyn DeLise's come into town. Hence, I woke up. I would have woke up, done my alchemy stuff, gotten my armor, and had an early breakfast waiting for everybody.
Actually, that's a question. Would you see Ashlyn down there?
I don't know. Do I?
You do not.
Okay, when
What's the plan here?
Quick question for the DM. What time did our friend Samara set up the meeting for?
Noon.
Noon. Okay. So we don't know where Ashlyn is, and we still have a plan. And that's to meet her on neutral ground at Samaras. We can
you
head
want
to
me to-
straight.
Go ahead.
We can head straight to Samaras, get on that neutral ground, and wait for noon, or for her to show up. And the worst case scenario is we meet her on the way.
Do we want to blow a seeming on getting there?
Seeming. That's not an awful idea, actually.
I believe
How
I
many
can do
fifties
3 a day
got?
now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's important we get that neutral ground, I think. If we don't want conflict, there is no telling what she'll do.
Okay, when everyone is in the same room, I will cast seeming.
Okay.
The question is, do we get the 5 minutes for my armor and the additional 5 minutes for Heckin's ritual?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I roll my alchemy roll while everybody was still asleep? Because I would have done it at like 6:37 in the morning.
Sure.
Cool. Does an 11 succeed?
An 11?
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect.
I'm going to make us look like generic low-level adventurers of different races that are compatible, roughly compatible with our body types.
Am I a female elf again?
No, and genders and voices compatible.
Listen, it was worth asking. All right. So we are now Johann von Generico and Company.
Hi, I'm Joe Schmo.
Excellent. I see we're already working on the pseudonyms. All right. As soon as the seeming is up and everybody is ready, we move. We're gonna make our way downstairs, out the door, and to Samaras.
Okay. So you guys go out into the hall. And then down to the main room. As you are searching, looking nervously in all directions. You don't see her.
Excellent. I love these things. I love this. I love that I do not see her
Wait,
unless she's here.
wait. Dorian is going to
What-
pop
what is it,
detect
Joe?
magic. No, Joe is going to pop detect magic as we go.
Oh gosh, in the consortium? Are you sure?
I've done it in worse place. Does he detect any scrying?
You're not.
Okay, so we're going to keep it up for the 10 minutes. Let's go.
Yeah.
Come on,
yeah.
let's go.
We make our way out and to Samaras.
Okay. Cool. You guys head down to Samara's club.
Meeting everybody down in the club.
Right. Once we're here, I'll ask Heckin in the link to turn off the seeming. Be a bit weird to ask for Samara's room while looking like Johann von Generico and Company.
Okay.
Turn it
We
off.
trademark.
All right. Do I see Samara?
You
There she
do.
is. Samara, hello.
Greetings.
Is that meeting space ready for me?
Oh, yes.
Well,
Are you sure you want to do this?
I get asked that a lot, this past couple days. Why?
Well, it's important to be certain.
I'm going to insight that.
Sure.
That's a 9. Which is German for no, last I checked.
Okay. You believe that's what she meant.
Okay. Well, Ashlyn is apparently in town on track, but also looking for me. She knew I was at the consortium.
Well, perhaps we can get you in there first.
That was the idea. Figured we'd wait for her and let you do your thing.
Well, right this way.
Thank you.
And as she ushers you into a room, she brings all of you in and closes the door. She's in a meeting at the moment, you understand. She's looking specifically for you, Kier.
Yeah, I know.
You sure you want to do this? Now that we're in private, she asked specifically about you in her last meeting.
What did she ask about? Or is that confidential?
That I can't answer.
That's fair.
Well, have fun, and Samara will
Thank you.
leave. You have a couple moments to do any preparations you'd like.
All right, let me take some time to fill Hecken in, as she was absent.
Okay.
Oh, many parties, when I expressed my want to take Ashlyn down, warned me against it and strongly urged me to reach out and attempt to settle this through other means. We contacted Samara, who we were able to get a neutral meeting ground with. And my plan is to figure out what she wants Clara for. And from that point, we discuss what can be done. Depending on what she's after, we might be able to come to an agreement. Leslie seems to think that Ashlyn is best used as the evil we know. Basically, yes, she's problematic. She hunts things that are better left not hunted, but she'd rather those things be in Ashlyn's hands than someone worse. My mind boggles over the idea of how many more worse people could there be. But the point is, I need to find out where Ashlyn stands when she's looking to gain, and see if a deal can be struck where we both leave this place. We both live and let live. But I don't see that happening.
Understood.
So I'm
Play it by
really
ear.
just here to what?
Play it by ear, it sounds like.
Yeah, I really just want information. From there, we can figure out what to do. She already knows I'm here. She's already looking for me. Might as well meet her on our terms.
Thank you.
I do want to reinforce that unless she starts something, we're not fighting here. Samara, this whole deal with Samara was under the idea that neither of us are going to come to blows. If she wants to start something outside of Samara's, fine. But while we're
And
in
that's
Samara's,
when you'll hear a knock at the door.
So he's gonna sit into a chair.
Tyrannus is
Here.
right behind Kia.
Kiers, is sitting down a chair of
The
his
door
own,
will open.
and he'll say, "Come in."
Hello, dear. You brought friends. I like friends.
Ashlyn.
Kier, it's time to come home.
Here will grin at her. I am home.
She looks at you. Kier, dear boy, as she turns a chair and sits in it backwards. Her back still to the door. You don't have a home other than the abyssal. You know, you want to be with me. I'm the person who looks out for you. You don't remember when I picked you up, do you?
I remember being forced into your crew. I remember
Forced.
looking to leave home on a merchant ship and finding myself working for pirates.
Pirates, such a romanticized word, don't you think?
Sure.
So, Kier, what am I going to do? I want you, and I want what you have.
Well, one of those things is not up for trade today.
Really? I didn't ask for trade at all. I asked to get you to come with me and bring the stuff that you have. This is not a negotiation. I think you misunderstood. I used the wrong word. I'm not asking here.
And why would I go with you?
Because, A, your friends aboard the ship, well, they miss you terribly. And it'd be horrible to disappoint them. B, you've got something that belongs to me, and I want it back. And C, well, you've got some friends here, apparently, who are mercenaries. I'm not exactly sure who these people are. Doesn't matter. But you're not paying them near as much as I can pay them.
We don't require payment. We're his friends, we're his party, and we're with him willingly. We are not paid by him.
Is this true here? You've made new friends.
Here smiles and gestures widely to his party.
So you
Made new
didn't tell them about the
friends.
curse?
The curse?
Of course. You know that anyone who joins your crew is also a member of the Abyssal Wraith's crew. You're
Excuse me.
part of the crew. Just because you left because you got washed overboard doesn't mean that you stopped being a member of the crew. It just means you left. You recruiting more people to your team is recruiting people to my team. So,
And
on behalf of the Abyssal Wraith and the rest of the crew, welcome aboard, friends.
What
Can't
if we
thank
don't
you
want
on
to
that
go?
some was this on
Hang
some
on.
fine print on some contract I never signed?
It's when you came aboard the ship. The ship's alive, Kier. It knows you. You're part of it. Leaving just spreads the disease. Each of your friends is now inexorably part of the Abyssal Wraith. inevitably, we'll know where you are. You're part of the crew, like it or not.
I believe that you might have to take up a bit of a consultation with Leslie about some of us about that.
Who's Leslie?
Someone you don't want to anger. But she is my patron,
Oh,
and I
patrons.
am under her.
You're under her? She smiles wickedly
I'm
at
under-
you. I'm sure you'd like to be.
What reason do I have to believe that this curse isn't just some strong arm tactic?
Kier, dear, when have I ever lied to you about anything? I've been honest about every single thing ever since we met. I told you that the ship was one of the best on the sea. True?
True.
I told you that we deal in highly valuable items. True?
True.
I told you we went to all sorts of different countries, saw faraway lands, and had great adventures. True?
True.
When have I ever lied? What?
Some of these sound less like lies and more like half-truths.
And they're still true.
Then what is the whole truth?
I've been saying the whole truth. What do you consider the whole truth?
Highly
Well,
valuable items? What are these? What is the more detailed explanation of these highly
Oh, I don't
valuable
tell
items?
my entire crew the business of the ship. That's not your place.
Can
I'm
I
not
roll
here
a
to be
knowledge check on that?
interrogated. Go ahead.
Can I roll a knowledge check on the boat?
Sure.
Which one do I do them for? It would be.
This would be a history
history.
check. Yes, sir.
Excellent. Tragic.
The Abyssal Wraith is one of the fastest ships out on the seas, and several months ago you guys saw it in the distance while you were on watch. You saw some green lanterns on the horizon.
Wait, was that the
Yep.
ship that we saw on the Triton Island?
Yep.
Or away?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yep,
wow.
near it.
Yeah, nope.
That's
I was
the
hoping
one.
to find out more stuff about the Black Pearl. Spin in a circle. At least one person understands my joke.
How
Mm.
how about some more information about this supposed curse? What happens if I don't return?
Well, eventually the curse will take hold and, well, you'll die.
We all die someday, Ashlyn.
Yes, but some of us prefer not to die in horrifically unlucky ways.
Do you have any
So-
examples?
Random beams falling from a ceiling, a knife being fallen on when walking down the street, a window shattering and stabbing one, a tree being felled, falling in the wrong direction, eating chicken that hasn't been properly been deboned.
I mean, that last one wouldn't be too bad. But yeah.
Have you ever
That's
had a
rough, yeah.
chicken bone wedged into your uvula? It's not
None to the
pleasant.
usual. No.
I'd be more worried about chicken being undercooked on it.
So,
Well,
just come home, Kier. I care about your safety.
And so do we.
Why did you torture him then?
Torture? Kier, did you lie about me?
You didn't exactly treat me well, Ashlyn. There was the whole kept in a tiny box scenario.
Tiny box. You were the cabin boy. The ship doesn't exactly have great quarters for everyone, Kier. You were the new kid on the block, and you got the smallest room. Kept you in a box. How was I going to get you to do the mopping? Where were you going to sleep?
You could have paid me a living wage, for one thing.
Kier, what do you consider a living wage aboard a ship that is barely making ends meet?
That sounds like the fault of the captain.
No, Kier. It's the fault of the crew. There's too many mouths to feed. And when you come aboard and you don't know how much you're going to be paid and you want an adventure and you want to leave town and go see the world, you expect me to pay you the same as my first mate? The same as the people on the rigging, when all you do is clean my room and swab the deck? I don't think so, Kier. We gave you a place to live, and we fed you. Didn't we? Tell them, Kier. Did we feed you?
Yes, you fed me.
Did we give you water?
Yeah. Same as you would a pet.
Frankly, Kier, I take that as high praise. My pets are very well taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
So
the undead ones too?
She smiles. All of them, Kier. So, how did I torture you? Did he not tell you that his interpretation of my torture is I fed him, I gave him water, and I gave him a home? I'm so sorry, Kier, that I gave you what you asked for.
And what about dragging me under the ship?
The keel hauling? Kier, you were trying to escape and tell people about our route. That's not allowed. I would have done it to anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it, and you know I have. Discipline is only just if it's fair.
Somebody wanting out means they get dragged underneath the ship. That's fair.
Kier, it's for your own good.
I'm sure it is with this made-up curse hanging above my head.
Well,
I'm gonna roll an insight check on the curse thing.
Sure.
If only my dice would load. I would like to use my inspiration.
Okay.
Anybody else want to roll insight?
I might. I'll do
Yes,
that.
please.
Insight check.
Her deception's probably mad. Oh my god. Do we not have a... There we go.
Are we not wise? No, we are not.
Tyranius has been quiet most of this time. Like, strange for him.
You look at this woman, and not a single thing she has said appears to be a lie. Zoya, you've been granted inspiration.
Thank you.
Tony's just going to step forward and put his hand on Kier's shoulder. If I might, Mr. Lee.
Hmm.
We're at an oh god, I hate the flowery of words. Look, neither of us are gonna get exactly what we want, okay?
One of us is.
And I believe we have let you talk. May I please have my turn?
She looks at you. Why?
Because I'm trying to make sure that this doesn't go south for either of us.
Who
You
are
want
you
Kier
and
back.
why should I respect you?
Tyranius
Because
Evil
we,
Knight.
as per your words,
Excuse
are part of
you.
your family.
I asked the worm.
Her feathers bristle.
Who are you
Tyranius.
and why should I respect you?
Tyranius. Mage of the hang on, out of character. Mage of the Grand Library.
And
Why
should I respect you?
Maybe
I
you
am-
respect your crew. Sorry.
I respect my crew because they're my crew. Someone who's defying me doesn't deserve my respect.
Listen, I'm trying to get this to be a peaceful resolution. Now, you want Kier and what he has taken. That we know. We don't want to have Kier go, nor does he want to. And again, it's not going to be easy if you have an unwilling crew member, but that doesn't mean that he couldn't still be useful to you in your end.
This is where you're going to offer me some negotiation where I don't get what I want, but you guys get yours, right? No. I came for Kier, and I came for what belongs to me. What's so difficult
was
to understand
foolish.
here?
I was foolish to try and think this would go any other way.
Kier, it's time to come home. I've been nice. I've been cordial. I've even spoken to other people who told me about all the things you've been doing, riling up entire religions, meddling in the affairs of grand mage colleges, bringing your name to attention for no good reason. Why?
Why no good reason?
Why? What's a good reason?
Well, you say no good reason.
I don't believe
But it's
there
not
is a
like
good
you-
reason to get familiar with bureaucrats and the magocracy, the Batim, and the Temple of Cateus. I see those things as compromising for one's character, don't you?
You know, I'm actually going to agree with you. The magocracy is full of bullshit. Happy to leave it behind. But
You are? That's strange. You just claimed that you are Tyronius of the Grand Library. Are you leaving it behind, or aren't you?
it's where I'm from. Where I'm from is very complicated. Was what I could think of.
If you're
Listen.
leaving a reputation behind, leave it.
I tried.
Kier didn't.
Go to Shadow.
He still got his scarf.
It's been really useful in keeping tabs on you.
But why not have him as instead of a direct part of the crew, why not have him as an agent? Much like I am to my patron. He is obviously unwilling to go back to the ship life for now. And you, particularly, have a... Okay, I can't think of how to put it, Flowery. You like to try and find artifacts and stories, information. So why not use him on the land?
Because I need him.
No, you need what he's got.
No. I need him and what he's got.
Ashley,
You don't tell me what I need.
You've got a new cabin girl. After all, I just swabbed the deck. What do you need me for?
Kier, there's more to life than swabbing decks. There's more to life than being on shore, doing what you want. There's the greater good, Kier.
The greater good? What greater good could you possibly be aiming for?
Kier, why do you think I collect what we collect aboard the Abyssal Wraith? Did you ever think about it? Or did you simply accept the fact that, oh, Ashlyn's going off and doing the most dangerous things possible because that's just who Ashlyn is? You didn't have to figure out why.
Well, why don't you tell me?
Here. I protect Toivoa from all of the dangerous things that are out there. I am the one that makes sure that they don't fall into the wrong hands. I'm the one who takes it upon herself to ensure that they stay out of mortals' hands who shouldn't be wielding such powers. We dispose of them.
Dispose of.
So, here.
Could you give us an example, please? My curiosity is getting better, Adam.
No, I don't explain myself to you. You are very interested in my business. Why don't you join me? Like a crewman that you are. We can leave here, get aboard the dinghy, and go to the ship.
As I said, that's not my decision to make, even if I was interested.
Why is it not your decision? Are you a slave?
Willing.
A willing slave, an indentured servant.
Whatever you call it. I am under my patron, Leslie Harkle, of the Consortium. I work for her and the Consortium's end. And I am fine with that. If you wish to try and recruit me, you would have to speak to her.
Interesting. I wonder if she'd sell you. Do you think your patron, this Leslie Harkle, whoever she is, would sell you, given the right price?
I'd at least hope that the price was very high. Everything's worth a price.
How about the rest of you? Each of you seems to be very quiet, other than this guy who's wanting all of my information. Are you ready to join the crew?
Why should we answer you?
I'm simply wondering, if you're going to make this a big deal, or if we can just go to the ship and move on.
Why is that my problem?
Because you're part of the crew now.
Said that we
Says
agreed to
who?
be a part of the crew.
Kier said that you were part of his team. You said you were his party. So, by
He said that made
extension...
us a part of your crew.
Oh, you're part of the Abyssal Wraith's crew. I'm just the
Since when?
captain. Since you became friends with Kier Katak of the Abyssal Wraith,
And what would happen if we, say, didn't go with you onto the Abyssal Reef?
eventually you're going to die a horribly unlucky death.
Oh, that's it?
You said it's a curse, right?
She looks at you. Yes.
There are remove curse spells.
Dear girl,
Yes.
do you think that I don't know about those? Yes.
I am well aware that you might know those, or should know about those.
Those exist. But you can't possibly expect to destroy the Abyssal Wraith and the contracts that are built directly into the wood of the ship. So, no,
Ashlyn,
you can't. Yes, Kier, I've been very patient.
how do you dispose of these things you find?
Kier, you don't honestly expect me to talk about that here, do you?
No, but I'm going to take a guess. He's going to lean forward. Do you feed it to the ship?
Kier, we're not discussing that here.
His eyes widen. You're as much as a slave as anyone else on that ship, aren't you?
Kier, it's time to come home.
You
He
don't
is
want this
home.
any more than I do. It's making you do this.
I'm not forced to do anything, Kier. The only thing that I'm obligated to is the safety and protection of my crew.
Just how I'm an indentured servant to my patron? Same thing?
Why is it all about you and your patron?
Hold
No, it's just a...
Ashlyn,
What, Kier?
is it possible to destroy the Wraith?
No, Kier. It's not.
Is that...
Do you remember all the battles that the ship went through? Undamaged?
You needed a carpenter around. I did some of the patching up.
Kier. The patching up. The fixing of beds.
Ship never took it from Mark. Ashlyn, we could work together. Find a way to defeat the ship. We could all be free.
Here, I'm free. I'm here rescuing you from your bad decisions.
Can I roll an insight check, please?
You may. You already have. You've got a 21. She's
Okay, 21
telling the
then.
truth.
And Kier will say in the link, we've already seen how far she'll bend the truth to suit her needs.
Right.
Through the mind link. I am holding my beak at the moment.
She turns. No, you're not.
through the mind link, I said that.
I know you were trying to tell each other. Oh, did Kier forget to tell you that I can read minds?
I didn't know you could read minds.
Kier, how do you think I know what other captains are thinking when we go and talk to them?
Honestly, I just thought you were that smart and scary.
Thank you, Kier. I try.
So
But
that brings a question.
yes?
Does the ship know what you know?
You keep asking these questions, and I'm not going to answer them.
I'm not asking them to expect an answer from you, to be quite honest. The fact that you've even said you aren't going to answer them, or belittling me to try and get me to stop, is more than I expected. But unfortunately, the curiosity streak in me does tend to ask those questions. So the ship... Oh, sorry, go.
Are you ready to go, Kier?
I'm gonna lay it out straight for you, Ashlyn. I'm not going back to the ship. In fact, you've given me a reason today to make that ship and its destruction my #1 priority.
Kier, that's mutiny.
Kier smiles. I left you. I've been plotting against you for a while now. Mutiny? Mutiny is an old hat.
Well, Kier, I promised a friend of mine that I wouldn't do anything hostile here. And out of respect for her, I won't. But Kier, you're a mutinous crewman, and you will be punished. Just like anyone else, I'm going to treat you fairly.
I am going to try and free everybody on that ship.
You'll fail, Kier. The ship is our home, and we'll defend it. Eventually, you'll see it too, Kier. Once again, like it was your home once. It'll be all your homes.
We all get to pick our homes, Ashlyn.
No,
I will
no,
not
you don't.
find home aboard the Wraith anymore.
Kier, you don't have a choice. This isn't a decision you make. You already made it. Now you have to live with it. You're a member of the crew. You wanted to be.
He can change his mind.
I could also die. What then?
Kier, do you remember what happened when someone died aboard the Wraith?
Kier nods. They didn't stay immobile for long.
Right. Eventually, Kier, you're coming home. Whether you're conscious for it or not.
Well, that's not very sexy of you.
I'm not sexy.
God damn it.
Excuse you.
I would say, for human standards, you do look very nice.
All right. Maybe not Yeah, never mind.
Maybe not flirt with the woman who's going to kill us out of character. Like, this is all said out of character.
No, I said that in character. I
Okay.
thought that was all in character.
Tyrannus is just face palming right now. Can't
So,
believe I'm the one to say keep it in your pants.
the big guy and the girl. Any opinions?
That's
Granak.
Granak and the absentee Matilda.
No, I'm just gonna remain quiet.
Wow. Kier, this won't be the last time you see me.
I'm counting on it.
This won't be the last time we meet. And Kier, next time, we won't be here. Samara is a useful individual. But she's not here to protect you. She's not here to protect me. She has her own aims and her own business. Let's keep her out of it. Unless you want Samara to get involved with all of her forces, which would be bad for whoever pisses her off.
Here will stand up from his chair and say, agreed. This is between you and me.
She smiles at you from her seated position. Kier, it's not about you and me. It's about the obligation that you agreed to. I'm just the enforcer that you promised to serve as part of my crew. And I don't handle abandonment of my crew well at all. So, I'm going to stand in a moment. And when I walk out this door, you can either come with me, Kier, along with your friends, and we can rejoin the Abyssal Wraith and live happily ever after. Or it's going to be very bad for you for the foreseeable future.
Here will cross his arms and say, love to see you go, hate to watch you leave.
She stands. This is your last chance. She turns to the door and opens it. Come home, Kier.
This is your last.
Hecken's gonna stand.
Go ahead.
Hecken?
No, you go.
No, Hecken. Go ahead.
No, Kier should have the last word.
All right. This is your last chance. I do want to help everybody aboard that ship out of this awful situation that we've been trapped in.
Kier. Come with me. And she's going to step out the door. Are you going to follow her?
No.
Down the hall, you hear, "So be it."
Now Hecken will stand up. Alright, Kier, let's go home.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh boy, we're in the shit again.
Zoe gets off the chair and ruffles herself and smooths down her feathers. Gosh. Ah.
Step one, we find out if this curse is real.
You
Let's
guys
talk to
head
Lacey.
off into town.
Hang on a second. Well, before we go,
Okay.
Tyrannus is like, we could do that now. The whole find out if this curse is true, or at least find out on a surface level.
I mean, You've used detect magic around me hundreds of times, Tyronius. What's going to tell you that it hasn't already?
This sounds like
Identify.
a more.
If you touch a creature throughout the casting, you know what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Yep.
This doesn't sound like a spell. But you go for it. This
Well,
sounds
would
like
it
a
work?
old magic curse.
Well, it's magic. It's
Like an
Would that
old
not
magic
work?
curse. No offense, but there are things in the world that you can't detect
Yep.
all right.
and fix, and I probably can't fix this, and probably all the clerics in Nasha can't fix this. I think
All right.
you can have a go at it, but don't be
that's
disappointed. Let's not take if Identify doesn't show a curse. Let's not take that as proof that we're totally safe. I agree.
No,
This
no,
sounds like bullshit.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Also, Granax got the actual best option. Because I'd have to cast
Yeah.
ritual, but the curse goggles
The goggles
are
only
always
work
there.
with items.
Was that?
The goggles only work with items.
We're not going to objectify Kia.
No, we are not.
Not today, anyway.
Not ever.
Listen, listen.
Do we want a seeming to get back, or are we feeling safe?
I'm not going to feel safe again until that ship's burned to the ground.
Like right now seems like the time if she would ambush us. If I was her, I'd,
It does.
as we're leaving a safe place.
I think the seeming would take away a spell you could use if a conflict did break out, though.
That's
I
true.
think if Ashlyn's going to hit, she's going to be watching for a group of 6 to leave. Regardless, she's going to expect duplicity. That's who she is.
I mean,
I think
I'm just going to say this. I'm going to play devil's advocate. Seems that what she's been saying is you're lying about her the entire time, dude. All right.
she's really good.
That's
at
not what I took away
twisting
from
the
it.
Truth.
Or at least stretching it. Fair point.
Like, can you define torture, Tyronius?
Fair point.
Yeah, she's very good at it, as you saw.
Good at
Right.
gaslighting, too.
Yeah, she is. He shakes his head. I was in her spell with no magic required for a long time. Anyway, step 1, we figure out if this curse is real. Step 2, we figure out how to blow up magical ships.
All right, off we go. Where to, Cat?
The consortium, we aren't leading her anywhere. If she is following us, she knows I'm likely to have a home-based situation there. And I'm hoping Leslie can tell me if anybody in the city can tell me if this curse is real, it's Leslie.
I need to talk to her as well regarding supposed curse.
Yeah, I think Leslie might have something to say if Ashlyn's bidding for one of her angels.
Angels. Fuck, he saw the poster.
There's
They
a
have good
poster.
marketing, Tyronius.
There's a poster.
Here's a poster. We'll
Wait, what
put it
did you-
on the website eventually.
Sorry, that was in character. I was joking. I forgot about that. What did you say, Kia?
They have good marketing.
I mean, hey, good benefits too. It's nice to know someone above you is actually caring for you too.
Yeah.
I care for you.
let's head-
He's just
Let's
gonna
head
walk
back to
up
the
and give
consortium.
Heckin a big hug.
Oh,
Thank you. And then like pat her on the shoulder or head because a foot taller than her. And let's go. We have the madame to speak to.
So you guys go back to the Longstriders Consortium.
Zoya, Could you
Yeah.
just keep an eye out on the way there to see if anybody's tailing us?
Yeah, sure. $26.
Well, don't you have? I was gonna say, don't you have a 27 just passively?
What? No, not on perception checks now.
Actively keeping an eye out.
Oh. For passive perception, yeah.
So you guys arrive at the consortium and go upstairs.
Yeah. No, Zoya, I assume, didn't notice anything.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Well, which to be fair, it's Nausha, so ordinary is a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, well...
Is that man with the pig soul still there, Eric? Just
Oh,
as
yeah.
we walk past?
Yep.
Yep, like I said, out of the ordinary for Nausha.
Guys go down to
All right.
Leslie's office.
Yep.
All
Do you
right.
want me to
Yep.
stay watch downstairs?
No, if they want to pick a fight in the consortium, they're gonna have their own problems.
Alright.
So you guys go down to Leslie's office.
I'll let you do the
And-
talking time. I've gotten myself in
Is-
trouble already.
Is there a Leslie here?
You open the door and look inside, and you see Leslie behind the desk. Hello, Kier.
Hey, boss lady.
Boss lady. I wouldn't classify myself as that in our relationship, Kier. Not yet, anyway.
Hi, boss lady.
Here is going to
Hello,
give
Tyro.
that not yet the weight it deserves in his own mind and say, all right, I just got back from talking with my old captain.
And
Would you be able to tell if me, and by extension my entire party, is cursed by some kind of evil ship?
evil ship? What do you mean?
Mm-hmm. Ashlyn claims that the Abyssal Wraith puts a curse on anyone who boards it, that they'll die of extreme misfortune if they leave for too long, and that the curse spreads to those who find themselves under anybody else who is cursed.
Well, that's the rumor, at least.
That's the rumor. I see. And is there? And do you know any way to confirm that with a potential, and he gestures to himself, cursed person in front of you?
Well, I've never tried. Never had the opportunity. No one ever left the ship, as far as I know.
Hi.
Oh, dear.
Yep.
And you came to the consortium.
I mean, are you talking about the first time or just now?
Kier, you never told anyone you were a member of the crew of the Abyssal Wraith.
No, I did not, he says, and slowly crosses his arms. I didn't want to be known as a pirate.
So, you'd rather bring their attention to the consortium and all of the people that we're sworn to protect.
Kier frowns.
So, Kier, the Abyssal Wraith will come looking for you. The crew members are going to be hunting you and anyone who you talk to. It's what they do. It's how they conscript. The Abyssal Wraith isn't a single ship, Kier. There's an armada out there.
What?
The Abyssal Wraith isn't in more than one place at a time. It is multiple places. So, we need to start an interview process. Zachona's been far too lax recruiting people for the consortium. We're going to have to lock things down.
In my defense, I didn't know I was cursed.
It's too late now.
Right.
So, when are they coming?
I don't know. I assume you'll want me to leave presently.
Kier, you're a member of the consortium already. Leaving isn't going to do any good. In fact, it'd probably do more harm.
Oh.
If you leave, then everything here will have to be eradicated because you called this home for a period of time. We got to know you. You made friends here. The Abyssal Wraith won't let that stand. There's a reason why they're known as the Lonely Crew.
There has to be a way to stop this.
I'm open to options.
Well, back when I thought there was one ship, it seemed easy. Just burn it down.
Burn the Abyssal Wraith. Here, there have been entire flotillas that have gone after that ship. The World Breakers lost 64 ships attempting to burn that down.
Nothing's indestructible.
The Protectorate ships avoid it.
Some link.
Excuse me, miss.
Yes.
Is there a god or power behind the Abyssal Wraith's power?
Not that I'm aware of, but I'm not the one who is involved with the ship. Only people who have been aboard would know that. I'm assuming, based off of the name, it's something from the Abyss. But that's beyond me.
Beyond you.
The Abyss.
I'm assuming if she says it's beyond her, I don't get to find out with my knowledge rolls.
If you can tell me a reason why you would know this, I'm open to it, but...
You let me write the character?
That's out of there.
That's not legitimate.
you said make up a reason!
That was a good one, though.
I don't
Make up
think
the reason,
you
I make
didn't
up
write
the
the ship. You wrote Ashland. So no.
Listen, I did make you catch yourself there for
Yeah.
a second.
Yeah, you made me consider. But no, unfortunately, I'm not going to tip that hand yet.
No, I assumed the answer was gonna be no, but you gave me a reason to throw
Yeah.
shenanigans in
I
there.
understand. I
I
understand
crit
the
my
attempt.
I crit my shenanigans roll though.
Yeah.
Can Tyronius roll anything that he might have heard? Like, again, shot in the dark, I
No.
don't have any shenanigans.
Can here roll something?
Kier can roll a
on that
history
ship.
check, but he has to roll a natural 20.
Well,
Do it,
I might
dude.
as well shoot my shot. It's a good roll. It's not good enough.
You have inspiration still.
I'm not gonna fish inspirations for a 5% chance. Like,
We've
But what
done
if we
worse
give him-
for less.
What if we give him guidance and bardic inspiration
No,
and
it has to
inspiration?
be the natural 20 only. So,
if I was fishing for a number, it'd be one thing. But again, he wants me to fish for a literal 5% chance. I could roll 20 times and not get it, right? Like,
See, that's why I added shenanigans rather than more rerolls.
right.
okay,
So, we're going to go ahead and move forward.
yeah.
Okay, I'm going to spend 5 minutes calling Grandad while the conversation continues.
Okay.
It has a casting time of 5 minutes, so you can prepare.
The fucking.
The
To answer the question
shenanigans.
of would
Okay,
Mauritas know about the
I
abyss?
pulled up the
God
stopwatch.
dang it.
10 minutes.
all right, goodness gracious.
All right.
10
One
minutes
Everybody
second.
get your popcorn.
Granddad.
Alright. So, Murmurs of Moritas on what exactly?
The abyssal wraith.
Okay. The Abyssal Wraith. So, you see, the Abyssal Wraith, it's a ship. Ships are those things that go on water. It allows us to stay buoyant on top of different fluids. You understand it? We use them to travel from one point to another. That way, we don't drown. Because drowning is bad. It means you die, which is really bad, but would really get you closer to the Abyssal Wraith. Because the Abyssal Wraith is populated by undead creatures and various peoples that signed up to be their crew and generally didn't live forever. But because they're bound eternally to the Wraith, well, they continue working. But by working, that means, traveling the seas and doing whatever the captain requires of them. You understand? The captain's the person in charge. They're slightly below a major, but above a lieutenant. Does that make sense? Of course it makes sense. So, the Abyssal Wraith, black sails, green lanterns, scary as bleep ship. It's one of those things that you understand you don't want to see when you're on watch. And if you do see it, you should go in the other direction and hope they didn't see you, because inevitably they're going to come for you or your crew or for something you have. Unless they're going off somewhere across the seas to find whatever other inevitable magical thing that's out there. They're never up to any good. But the rumor has it that they sink ships just because it's fun. I don't really believe that, though. I think that they sink ships because they don't have enough crew to man them. And most ships are over large for the number of crew they have anyway. So, regardless, the Abyssal Wraith is generally viewed as an evil ship, primarily due to the reputation of her captain, Ashlyn Delise, and how scary of a woman she is. Statuesque and beautiful, yes, but powerful. She's said to be able to influence the minds of people around her, but truthful and fair in her dealings of her crew. She's a disciplinarian and generally considered to be a just captain. Of course, the Abyssal Wraith is this ship that she runs, which means that she owns it, perhaps, or maybe it owns her. One way or the other, you don't understand. Regardless, the Abyssal Wraith as a ship, it's one of the fastest ships in all of Toivoa. They say that it's also silent. You can't hear it even on a thunderstormy day. Of course, I can't hear many things during a thunderstormy day because it's thunder. Of course, the thunder's going. Because the thunder's going, there's loud cracks of thunder from the lightning. And what happens is the lightning goes from the clouds to the ground and from clouds to clouds. And when that happens, it burns the air and the air crashes in. And that's what causes thunder. And now thunder is a terrible type of damage because all you have to do to be immune to it is to plug your ears. Well, that's not fully true. Just, it denies the fact that it's there. You don't get to listen to the effects. Regardless, lightning is dangerous. You don't want to get struck by it. So don't be on top of the Abyssal Wraith because her masts are so tall that they attract lightning up at the very top. It's said that Ashlyn Delise takes the people who she's captured and are trying to be punished and puts them at the top of the mast to be struck by the lightning as the Abyssal Wraith goes through a thunderstorm. There's even rumors that a opposing captain was captured and refused to provide information that Ashlyn wanted. She put him on top of the mast in the middle of a hurricane and drove the Abyssal Wraith directly into the heart of it. Then, in the eye of the hurricane, the captain confessed. With Ashlyn laughing at him, they drove the boat back into the hurricane and tore him asunder. They say that his screams still float across the winds somewhere in Toivoa. It's probably just a legend. Regardless of that, the Abyssal Wraith is a great ship. It has a very big cargo hold and black wood. Did you know that the wood that they made the Abyssal Wraith came from Australia? There's not a lot of trees in Australia. It's mostly a desert. So the trees that they have there, they must have done a lot of trees in order to get enough wood for such a massive ship. They say that it can hold hundreds of crew people, but only one captain, but one first mate. But there's a lot of people who want the Abyssal Wraith. People who could consider the Abyssal Wraith to be, it's one of those influential ships that they could take over and use for their aims. The House of Flowers is interested in the Abyssal Wraith. The Protectorate would like to study the Abyssal Wraith in order to generate faster ships of their own. The Abyssal Wraith is generally considered to be the best of the best of the best. You understand? But regardless of that, the Abyssal Wraith's food is known to be bland. At least that's what I was told. Because the food on board the ship, they get what they get when they ever get what they get. So they don't really come ashore very often. After all, why would they? They've got everything they need at sea in search of their great adventures. The Abyssal Wraith takes them across the seas to far-off islands and lands in search of fallen sky islands and various adventuring relics. That's what the Abyssal Wraith does. But he's been around for 100 years, if not longer. Perhaps even thousands. Who's to say? I haven't found any records of that written down anywhere. However, you understand that the Abyssal Wraith is a wood ship made out of the wood from Australia and now sails the seas. I've heard that they were in the Protectorate waters, in the blue waters, in the western waves, and the South Sea. Nowhere is safe from the Abyssal Wraith. That's what they say, But regardless of that, you'll understand that you should never ever go near the Abyssal Wraith because you might become part of the crew. They're said to be cursed, and anyone who considers a friend of the Abyssal Wraith a friend, they themselves are cursed in turn. Thus, everyone has no friends, because they all become part of the crew. Though there's rumors of a orc who managed to escape the Abyssal Wraith, say that he was washed over the side one night, and Ashland Elise is searching for him. He's the only one to ever get away. If they ever find him, I'm sure they'll Shanghai him and take him back to the ship. After all, they wouldn't want to ruin the reputation of the most fearsome ship in all of Toivoa. How far did you get?
Oh, you got to 7 minutes, 3 seconds.
Wow.
Damn.
Could you have gone further?
Potentially.
I did redeem a hydrate during that.
Thank you.
Gotta wet my whistle.
Thank you.
So do we just see Heckin space out for like 7 a bit minutes?
She sort of rattles off all the key points during it while spacing out in front of Leslie.
Eyes slowly crossing.
And she's got her megaphone up to her ear when she calls Granddad, and she just got her bored, spaced out look on her face. Yeah, just nodding, occasionally saying yeah.
So I gotta say this. I know again. Part of me was like, how would they hold it? Like the loud side, as if he's yelling into her ear, or like an actual earphone. Okay, because part of me was also going like, wait, is it holding it like a telephone?
Oh, so many potential allies. The world builders, world destroyers, whatever they are.
World Eaters.
Protectorate, Australia, world eaters. Mr. Verm sounds worth a chat, since the flowers are interested.
Yeah, we already knew about the Protectorate from our boat adventure days.
You knew they'd hunted the Abyssal Wraith before.
We knew that they were already on bad terms and
Cool.
both hunted, semi-avoided, and were on the lookout for her.
And it makes me wonder if they would have killed Kier on sight if they'd known who he was. If he didn't bullshit as well as he did.
Kit, you're famous. My granddad's heard of you.
Here nods numbly. Yeah.
Oh, and they're probably going to try to kidnap you. That's what Shanghai means, right? In the stories. Oh, sorry, that's the bad news. Kid, they're probably going to try to kidnap you. We're all here for you. We're going to protect you.
No, nothing really changes. I'm still in danger for as long as that crew and that ship is around. I just didn't realize I was such a danger to others.
I've never been to Australia. I heard there's lots of Dragonborn there if we want to. Tyra could meet some, not relatives, but kinfolk. We could find out how the wood was made, find the person who made the boats. I don't know.
It is a lead. And it's worth following. Nothing changes. We need to find a way to break that curse, and the only way I can think of to do that is to break that boat. Whether or not it's possible.
Keyhole the ship.
Whether or not it's possible, I'm set to die trying. Don't have much of a choice, as far as I can see.
We are still standing in front of Leslie, kind of talking to her about that.
Yeah. So, original question, Leslie: is there a way to confirm or deny that curse exists?
Not that I know of, without getting aboard the ship.
Thank you anyway. And for what it's worth, I'm sorry.
Your apologies accepted.
Thank you.
I hope things turn out. I've got a lot of work to do.
Um,
Sure you do.
Leslie,
Yes, Tyro?
actually, no. I'm just going to trust you wouldn't sell me. I'll leave you be.
Sell you? She turns and smiles. To whom?
I'll give you 3
Ash.
guesses.
Yeah.
3 guesses. Let's see. Ooh. An
You didn't say that.
archfey, a
No.
demon, and an angel.
Depends
You're
on what you call
closer
a
with the
demon.
second. Also, heckin', really?
Factory.
Glue factory?
Glue factory.
Just slowly turns to heckin'. Slowly turns back.
How much
My
am I
old
being
guess.
offered?
Leslie.
What?
No, she's...
It's a legitimate question.
You'd have to talk to Ashlyn about that.
Oh, Ashlyn DeLise wants to buy you? Ooh.
She said,
What was the O?
Well, I mean, you understand. I'm the treasurer of the consortium.
she does wear multiple hats, and I did ask the question.
Kira's wearing a very disapproving glance.
So, Tyro, how much do you believe you're worth?
With my sense of humor? Like, have you heard me? Actually,
Please
yes,
don't
you have.
say absolutely
Plenty.
nothing.
How much are you worth?
Kira's
Tyro?
going to hug Tyronius and say he is priceless.
Really?
I'm worth 2 offers, though.
2
you
offers.
said to me once. No, let me finish. You said once before, when you first asked me to become, for me to be your warlock, that you didn't make this, that you wouldn't offer it again, and yet you have. So I'm worth a bit to you. I just don't want to assume, because I could get spanked with a celestial hand that will cave my soul in if I say the wrong thing. So I'm keeping my mouth shut. By opening it, yes, I realize the irony in saying that.
So, Tyro,
I just
how much do you think you're worth?
don't know, and I'm wondering.
So you won't answer.
No, that is my answer. I don't know. Because others put the value of me higher than I originally did, and I don't know. You yourself have said you want me to be your shield, and I am going to do that. Don't just. He puts his hand over his muzzle, just like, I never should have fucking asked. Oh, dug myself that hole.
Well, here's
Because
the
the
fun
thing you like to
part, Tyro. You're learning. I like that.
He just stops and looks at her. Well, no such thing as a bad student. Oh, sorry, no such thing as a good or bad student, only a good or bad teacher, and I think you're a very good.
Thank you, Tyro. Well, I have a lot of work to do to prepare the consortium for the assault of the Abyssal Wraith, should they come here.
Yep, thanks, Kier. Pats him on the shoulder and gives him a lick over the face. Walks out.
He releases him. Thank you for your
What?
time, Leslie. He had been hugging you. He releases you.
Why do you think he licked him?
Yep.
So,
I'll see what I can do on my end.
of course. Thank you, Kier. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah. That's a good word for it. And we will bother Leslie no further. She doesn't need our presence.
All
Well,
right.
you won't bother Leslie any further. Tyronius is always going to be a pain in the neck.
You're
It's
like an
Tyro.
on-call bother.
Yeah.
Tyro,
Yes, little Miss Feathers.
When's the last time you licked someone before Kier just now? It's been a while.
Matilda.
Ship. Oh, Matilda?
No, yeah, it would have been,
In the hall,
Well, okay. Yeah, that's fair.
you guys come out of Leslie's office and you see in the hall Ashlyn DeLise.
Kier draws his wand and points it at her.
She looks at
Holds
you.
onto her crossbow.
Well, that's interesting. I didn't expect you to be here.
Leslie, you got a
I didn't
visitor!
I didn't expect you to be here.
I
Neither
do
did
business
I.
here.
I did know that.
You
I
didn't
didn't
expect me to
know
be here right
you
now.
did business here.
I've never heard of this place before.
Kier, you can't lie to me.
I can't
Yeah,
lie
not
to you well.
Oh, also, it was really bad. We just came out of her office.
So, I suppose hiring the consortium to hunt you down is out of the question.
Kier shrugs. I mean, no harm in asking. Maybe we'll take up the job.
She smiles wryly at you. I know what wards are in this place. You'll excuse me, Kier. And she's going to turn on her heel and leave.
Does Leslie react, by the way? Because Tyronius did
Leslie's-
say, hey, Leslie.
Leslie does not. The door is
Okay.
closed. Yep.
Oh, that's fine.
Yep. So, what do you guys want to do?
Does anyone remember that ring of
Panic.
the brain ring we found a while ago?
I'm looking at my inventory.
Is it
You worth
Matilda?
popping that on Kia.
It was that?
Be worth popping that on you.
Yeah, it's not in my inventory.
I don't have any rings.
We gotta fix that.
When did we
I won't
get
be
it?
able to. I won't be able to wear as many as you. And she holds up her 4-fingered hands.
I don't remember that kind of stuff. I'm not taking notes because Granok's so good at it. Well, not detailed notes.
I don't remember ever finding anything of Ring of Mind Shielding or of anything adjacent to that.
Yeah.
That was a previous campaign.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like it was recent. Okay.
We can all search our character sheets, and in fact, we can search the non-presentees character sheets as well.
Yeah, it's not on there.
After searching Ring in my notes, and after looking through my character sheet, the only thing recently we found is been renamed the Ghoul's Ring, which is the melee strike chance to stun.
Well, no, paralyzed, isn't it? Like, that's a bit different.
Who cares?
Moving on.
Hey.
I've heard about these items that can give you protection from people reading your thoughts. Should we go talk to Judith about some of those?
Well, I do have some gold building a hole in my pocket, and Kier.
You were just looking for a loan.
Yeah, because I was looking to hire the consortium to kill Ashley.
Success.
I mean,
I guess so.
And you didn't take the loan.
I guess we did, Heckin. I guess we did. But I guess the damage is done now. I'm worried anybody I interact with could be brought into this curse, but Judith already considers me a good client. So.
Oh,
yeah.
I want to see if she can take on fucking Borgus and Judith. I don't think that's going to end well for either of them. Like, either party.
I'm less worried about the crew and more worried about the curse. But let's go visit Judith and keep an extra sharp eye out for ne'er-do-wells.
Oh no, maybe.
Hey, why are you looking at me?
I saw one in Luz. Maybe I saw one in Luz Mansion. I think they might be too expensive for us.
I know we've talked about. I know we've talked about the Ring of Non-Detection.
I might get the Ring of Non-Detection anyway, just because now I know she's
Afford it.
going to be looking for me. Was that?
I don't think you can afford it.
Well, I don't know if I can afford it. I don't know what the price of magical rings are by heart.
Okay.
But yeah, besides, Judith might just have advice.
All right, so you guys want to leave here?
I was going to say the other thing too is that. I was going to say the other thing too is like, just because she can't detect you doesn't mean she can't detect all of us.
She'd have the best chance detecting me.
All right. So, you guys go downstairs, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. Tables are bustling. There appears to an entire round of drinks has apparently just been purchased for everyone here.
Then I need to take one.
Done that.
Who could have done that? I look around.
Hey, Kara will look down at Zoya. I was implying it was likely my captain. My old captain.
Oh.
So, ready to depart the consortium?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick question though. Do I recognize anybody in the consortium as somebody from the Abyssal Wraiths crew?
You would not.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm ready to leave.
All right. You guys head out into the town. Where are we going? What are we doing?
Judith's. Although Heckin did just quote me 16K and 20K, and
Out of
that
character.
does out of character, but that is very much too expensive for my blood. But still, maybe Judith has advice.
So we go to Judith's intricacies and oddities. As
She
you,
might want to know that the Abyssal Wraith is coming to kill the consortium as well.
Yeah, that's on my mind too.
so as you guys come to the shop, you guys can open the door and hear the cheerful bell over the door and smell the apples and cinnamon candles going. As you walk in, you're greeted by Judith as always. Good morning. You all don't
Morning, Judith.
look very cheerful today.
I don't think many people come away from a meeting with Ashlyn D'Elise feeling cheerful.
Oh dear.
Indeed,
She's in town.
she is.
You hear a clatter of a stool as Borges gets up in a hurry and rushes out the door.
What was that
Mhm.
about?
He's going to make sure she doesn't threaten the shop.
Good man.
So is he just standing outside the door now?
Do you go outside to check?
I look at the door and see if he's, or is the door's not seen through. Like I just poke my head out the door a little bit. You good, Borges?
You look around and you don't see him.
Huh. Close the door.
So, God, where do I even begin? How much would it run me for protection against divination?
Oh, here. I'm all out of that. There's a woman by the name of Sweet August Rose. She now rules in the city of Bourbon after the coup. She bought every single thing I had.
Damn.
Okay,
I wonder
I-
for
yeah.
what purpose.
cool, I guess.
She wanted it so that the Cervantes family could not track her.
Fair enough. I probably couldn't afford it anyway. Well,
They are very
in that
expensive.
case, I guess I'm here as a warning too. I didn't realize what it meant to be a crew member of the Abyssal Wraith.
I didn't realize you were a crew member.
Kier looks down.
Something about trying to leave a past life behind.
Well, we all have pasts.
Mine is just a bit more dogged at following me than I anticipated it to be. If you want me to stay away from the shop, I understand.
No, I'm a merchant. I'm fine.
Cool. In that case,
We have a business relationship. That's all here.
that is all. I was just a little worried because you did consider me a good customer.
Of course, Kier. Reliable, and you pay on time, in spite of asking for loans.
Just exploring options.
And for the record,
Um,
no, I don't offer credit.
Thank you.
No, we came to her. We came to her before asking about that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We did.
Yeah.
One more question, and then I think I would like to make a couple purchases. I don't suppose you'd have any advice on destroying something like the Abyssal Wraith?
Destroying the Abyssal Wraith. Oof. That is a big ask.
I know. I'm just exploring my options.
There is someone who has something at their disposal here in Nausea that could potentially do it. But it's
Really?
very dangerous, and I don't think he would willingly part with it.
I don't need him to part with it. I just need him to blow up a boat. Who are we talking about?
You would need to talk to Sason.
Sason.
He's a paladin of the god Odigi.
He's
Okay.
got green hair. He's about. Tyrion's going to describe who Jason is,
go
seeing
ahead.
as he ran into him.
Describe him.
He's about yay high. He's got, I believe he's an elf or elvish persuasion, but he's got ears and nice green hair though. And he was carrying out one of his friends last time I saw him. So very nice armor too.
Didn't Samira ask about him?
Yeah.
Huh. Popular guy.
I mean, if you're a, if your whole religion or oath is like, take on the suffering of others, it'd make you very popular.
And what's this thing he has that might be able to do something?
Honestly, Kier, I'm not comfortable talking about it.
Absolutely fair. I'll see if I can't talk to him about it. I'd like to buy some of your more expensive healing potions.
Meanwhile, Eric is going to see if Sason's available.
Ooh, interesting. He's a player character.
Was Sason in the
Boom,
list
boom,
of
boom.
names that was Sason in the list of names that Leslie rattled off as possibly tipping off Ashlyn to where Kill was?
Yes,
Was he Tokyo? Yeah, I thought so.
he's also the name of the person who sent the message informing you that Ashlyn was in town looking for Kier. So not only did he tip off Ashlyn, he also tipped off Kier.
Well, I thought. Oh no, Leslie told Tyronius to tell Kia that it's spotted on the way.
No, he's talking about what happened in session today when he said Leslie
Oh.
received a message saying that she's in town and here
Right,
already.
right. My bad. Okay.
But yeah, I'd still like to buy some healing potions. Let me open up the magical item prices.
Well, the potions would have to be at the alchemist shop. She doesn't sell potions.
All right, never mind. I'm sorry. Thank you, Leslie.
Oh, can we go to the meadery?
Judith.
Yes.
Judith.
No. No. Kia said thank you, Leslie, and it's like
My
her name
mistake.
is Judith.
My mind is. I have a lot on it. Thank you so much, Judith, for everything.
Of course.
What did you say? What did you say, Heckin?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Oh,
You said
You
something
said
about
let's
the
go to the
meadery?
meet. Yeah, you said let's go to the
Yes,
meetery,
sorry, that
which
was
is
just
where we're going
because that's
anyways.
the potion shop.
I was going to say, what? The Aussie telling everybody to go to the drinking spot? What a thought.
All right.
What a thought.
Cool. So we go from here out into town.
Yep,
One
I'd like
second
to
here.
go to the potion shop. Oh, or 1 second here.
We are going to address this now.
Okay, we're going to go talk to Sason.
We're going to visit with Sason, I think.
Cameo!
We're going to have a cameo here.
Yippee!
And it's not me being the cameo. Hooray!
Yep.
It's not all of us.
Cameo,
Let's see
my
if I
good
can
Hans.
I've
his
done
art.
2 other cameos without you, Mr. Sir. So,
Yep,
Man, Granat gets around.
he does.
I mean, it's with the same person consistently, but
Yep. All right, so walking down the street, you see an elf with bright green hair in shining armor. He looks handsome as the day is long, just matching Tyro's description of the Paladin of Odigi.
Diggy hole.
You see Sason walking down the street.
I guess we flag him down. Hey, Jason, is that you?
Oh shit. Oh hey, yeah. Kier, right?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Yeah. Did you get the message we tried to send your way?
Yes, I'd like to thank you for that message. And thank you for the necessity of that message.
Listen, I do apologize. I really was not trying to cause any issues here, but we had information we really needed to get, and yeah. You okay? I honestly don't really know any of the background, anything what happened between the two of you. Supposedly you had a book you needed to return, so hopefully it was pretty smooth sailing.
As smooth sailing as anything ever is with that ship. You can make it up to me by entertaining a question of mine.
I mean, listen, I'm happy to share some info if I've got it.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
But go ahead. It's going to be great.
So I'm in the market for blowing up incredibly evil and powerful ships that people seem to think are indestructible. Judith says you might have an item to help with that?
A specific item to help blowing up ships that are
An
supposedly
evil,
indestructible.
indestructible ship. Namely the Abyssal Wraith.
This already, yeah, exactly. Ashland ship, I would imagine. It does seem like that would be something you guys would be into.
You're a smart guy.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. Although we've run into a bunch of potentially dangerous objects, I don't know if I've got any nukes in the bag ready to go.
Let me send you a message.
Okay, yeah, actually, please do. There's one thing I could think of.
You already know.
Actually, I got a couple things.
There's the one.
Yeah, that's exactly one of the things I was thinking of.
I knew you knew.
Oh God.
That's
hey, Jason,
up to
how's
you.
that hole you dug?
Yeah, it's deep. It's deep, and I knew it was going to be deep. I just didn't think I'd be in the voice channel when it was dug like this.
Oh, trust me, I know the feeling.
You follow shenanigans. Look what happens.
It's normally the other people in the train wreck. It's not normally me. I did. Okay, listen.
Part of the train,
Listen,
part of the crew.
Listen, Coin is our one-armed man, always one step ahead of us within our shenanigans, so it's time somebody in that party pays their dues.
We keep running into signs of Coin. Like, Kier does not care, but his player is his one-armed man.
Yeah, it seems like I might be the easy one to find. All right, I've got two potential possibilities. The first one, I'm going to leave the first one for later because I'm not sure the first one's actually on the table. Second one, have you tried talking with the mayor? I know he has a large amount of frenzy from his travels, which is a highly explosive and dangerous substance. I personally would be happy seeing that all get destroyed. If you could convince him to let you have some and try and blow up the ship with that, that could maybe work.
All right.
Wait,
not what I
wait.
expected.
Wait, you mean email?
Yeah, Aimer.
Oh,
Looking
that
down
mayor.
at Goya. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, so you'll have to have something to convince him to part with it, because as far as I'm aware, he's been keeping it as a backup of in case he needs to blow something up. But maybe because he's mayor now, he doesn't need it anymore.
Listen, that also might be our fault that he's stockpiling a bunch of that as well. But that's also
Why would that be
because
our fault?
we may or
That's
may not have
probably-
made magic become illegal.
Oh yeah.
That was
I
only
remember that.
temporary.
you guys did that?
No,
I'm saying this
no,
out of
no,
character.
no,
I have
You-
I have a character. So I have a character voice to know when I'm talking in character. I'm saying this out of character.
Gotcha.
But yes, out of character. That was our fault. Our bad.
It wasn't our fault. It was a roll on the stupid slime.
sounds sorry.
It is our fault
Yeah.
because we hit it with the stupid whip twice at the end, and that's what caused the magic to be illegal instead of just smiting.
No, it wasn't me, the whip. It was what Zoya's one caused. I just got rid of all my shit.
All right. Irrelevant, out of character. What was your other option?
So my other option, I could even mention this in character just because. Listen,
This
okay,
has to be
option
in
two-
character if we're going to discuss this.
I'm asking in.
Yeah, no, it should be in character. Option 2 is an option, quite frankly, is so dangerous I don't think I could hand over, especially considering the way you want to use it.
I'm not asking you to hand it over. I was hoping you might be able to just, I don't know, assist. What is it?
Listen. Let's say it's effectively off the table. Let me tell you what we're dealing with. We have an orb of dragonkind, which houses the soul of an ancient dragon of effectively murder and destruction, to the point of having an aura where it just kills everything around it. This thing, if you were to destroy the orb, would cause a massive explosion and unleash said dragon in all of its horrific glory. This thing, I think, would be on the scale of oh god, what was the two-headed dragon?
Vakradan?
This thing's on Vagradan's scale. Would it destroy a ship, even a very strong one? Yeah, for sure. Would it probably destroy any nation nearby, any nation it could fly to, pretty much anything it could run into? Yeah.
I think I can agree that unleashing evil super dragons is definitely not a good option.
Just for fun, can I roll knowledge on that?
Same
You
here.
can roll knowledge on orbs of dragonkind. The specific
I
one,
can-
no.
Hold
I
on,
can
Eric.
give the
Did you
dragon
just
name,
Item,
actually.
so yeah.
Did you just snap your fingers in like an oh gosh darn it way when we decided that this wasn't an option? Is that what you just
Yes.
did?
did.
It's on recording. You can't hide it.
Look, I as a player am up for unleashing an unspeakable evil
All
of
right,
murder
so
and chaos.
Granek rolled a 15 history. Granek, I'm going to give you a
I get-
little bit of it. Unless
Hang on? Can I give him advantage because again, Tyranius would be talking, or at
Sure.
least chittering a little bit because Tyranius is always interested in something draconic.
All right, so advantage, Granek. All right, here you go.
Much better.
It's like
Yeah.
I've
I
rolled
also
a
don't
2 and a 3 today so far.
I
besides
would,
that.
Eric, I would also share the dragon's name, which, because I was not ready for this, I do not have handy at the moment.
You
but we
would-
do know which
You
dragon.
would give them that name?
Oh yeah, I feel bad. I owe him one.
That's a leading question.
Okay.
No, that's just a good
Your
thing
Honor.
for me, the guy with a base 13 history check.
Yep. All right. I will go get that because if he's sharing that,
We in trouble. Gotcha.
we'll do that. Okay.
Hey, here, can I have guidance
Surely
for
just
this one?
sharing a name.
Yeah,
Well,
take
I'll-
my
I
guidance, bro.
understand.
Take it all.
Guidance, bardic inspiration. We all pump our stuff into one person. The fighter for a big
By
swing
our
knows the
powers
dude to know.
combined.
All right. You're rambling, Tyro. All right.
Hi, have you met me?
Let's see here. Going to grab the train wreck notes.
My notes are written to the
No, I know. I got it. Just checking. That's the wrong orb.
Conjured the wrong orb. Okay.
I will get that name for you guys. I have dropped it apparently. I know where it is. I will find it. Go ahead. We can continue.
Well, yeah, I'll just do my roll while he continues.
Right.
I got an
Oh, I know it.
Yes, you do.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Wait, what's your
You'd be
guidance?
surprised how many times this has happened on Key Lore Facts, by the way.
Hey,
Yeah,
hopefully this is
also
the
on
fact you
Ashland.
need.
Hmm?
Hopefully this isn't
What?
the fact you need. You don't want to see this dragon anywhere.
Listen, I have a lot of items on me that have that same description on them, so
We can get along then. I tend to be the one that carries all the curse things because everyone else gets possessed by them, including the orb.
Why do you keep picking up cursed things?
why do we keep picking up curse things? Because they're
Look at-
me.
We went into
Have
one
you ever
cursed
met-
dungeon.
You ever met Saphira? She has sticky hands, and they specifically seem to attract cursed things as well.
Is that the one that you were carrying out of the tavern? The
Oh.
meeting place?
Season's gonna reach to a bag of holding on him, open it up, and pull out Saphira, just kind of part way. Yeah,
Wait.
she's kind of. It's a long story.
Dead?
We're getting her soul back. Not dead, very alive, but also very not alive in the same sense.
Wait. Is this
Dead?
one of those fucking card things?
It's exactly one of those card things.
Let me guess. She pulled it in Shadow Shaddai?
No, she pulled it while we were in the middle of a raid against the Gaos.
Wait, on that island? I was there.
Yep. Yeah, no, this is when you guys, I think, were storming the beach, and thank you for turning off those protections. Really made a huge difference for us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
anytime.
but
Thumbs up.
Aim of the fucking just putting the meteor on the end of it was just a nice little salting.
We felt that from where we were.
Oh, really? Not surprised. That thing was massive.
Oh,
Yeah.
crap! I have too many notes to search through to find the specific name I'm gonna have to look for.
Oh no.
No.
But no. Yeah, no, not exactly smart. Also, did you take the deck away from?
Speaking of
But-
not smart, we might have pulled.
I'm putting
another
this
couple
in
cards.
Discord for you. I found it.
Yeah.
For the record, we were talking about Orandrus is the name.
Orange Ross.
Yeah, and you have that information already, and I know that Walker has it as well.
Yeah, we've got that.
Yeah, so I just had to go and pull it from a different note file because I didn't have the train wreck stuff open.
I
Who
wonder
would've
why
thought
you
you
didn't have
did
the
the train
train
wreck
stuff open.
Right, there you go. So, whatever you want to share about that, Gredek, that is the lore about the specific dragon orb that Sayson tells you he's got.
Cool.
Yeah, quite frankly, we're looking for a way to safely store or maybe dispose of in a way that doesn't unleash a dragon in this plane. But yeah, I don't think that's going to be available in this situation.
What if we made it
thank
a
you
mission
for
to destroy the dragon?
I think that's a great mission. I just still think the damage it would cause unleashing it on the material plane is such a level that I couldn't in good faith hand it over.
No, good. That was just a test. Thank you.
It's a test.
I'm rolling
So
it
maybe-
inside on hacking. Rolling it inside on hacking. Is that actually
No,
a test?
Not necessary. Let's move forward.
Okay.
Hey, you want to know if it's a test? You can always pop them with the zone of truth.
You can
Do any of us
have
look
them
like
both?
divine casters to you?
You look
Well-
at him, and he is a divine caster.
Yes,
Look at
he
me with my hat or with my hammer that literally is on, brilliant light
Well,
You're
you.
barely a hybrid.
You're yeah.
by our
You're
paladin
something.
powers combined.
No, but I do apologize. I don't think there's any other weapon I have on the hand that could truly help here. I apologize again, really, for letting Ashley know you were around. I guess the training black doesn't really owe people things. I do owe you all something for that, so I apologize.
The
Would it happen to be an orb?
information Was plenty. The information was plenty payback. Frankly, Ashlyn was going to come for me one way or the other. You just simplified it for her.
Well, I hope you keep dodging it, or at least the fallout's not going to be as bad as it seems like it could be.
Oh, the fallout's going to be bad. I'm just going to try and turn it on her.
Fair enough. Well,
And
one little thing I can share your way is let me look at notes again for names. She actually has interest in Glimmerdeep, which is the information we were searching for from her. It's
Glimmerdeep.
it's a prison on the island of Vakan. Is that how it's pronounced there?
Vehan.
Vehan. On the island of Vehan. We're going to be doing some exploration there, and we owe her the information for what we find there. But if you're looking for a location which you may find her around at some point, I'm sure after we give her information, she might end up going there.
What was that, Zoya?
It's Glimmerdeep. It's a prison
Sorry,
on the
what was
island
that,
of
Zoya?
Zoya.
Yeah, Zoya.
Yeah.
Right.
What are you saying?
Is there any way that you could possibly get coin to stop causing us problems?
I can't get the group to stop doing anything.
Oh, dang it. My-
What specifically is the
I-
issue?
Outside of this, how many real problems has coin caused us?
None. Shenanigans. A
Hmm.
lot.
Yeah. We just keep seeing his name like a out of character, like a Gary was here, Ash is a loser, right? And it's not even directed at us. It's really just Gary was here.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
It smell you later, losers, is what it actually says.
Nah,
Yes, they
Have
just
you ever
because
wanna
you guys
have-
walk off looking cool at the explosion.
if you ever want to have words with him or his clone always runs a corn stand here in town, so you can always head over there and talk to him.
Wait,
Corn on the cob
clone-
stand.
Clone?
Coin has a corn stand.
Coin has a
Okay.
corn clone stand.
Correct.
Aw.
That makes my head hurt.
Ignoring that.
Aw.
Thank you again, Sazin. This was actually very helpful, and
Hey.
appreciate you explaining why maybe dropping the dragon bomb was not a real option.
I find that better than just telling people you have a bomb and not telling them why they can't use it, because then they tend to try and grab things and run.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, I feel like. Sorry. Where?
I'm assuming you know from experience.
Yeah.
I know so well.
Looking pointedly at the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Try and keep out of trouble.
I am happy I could help even a little bit, and I do apologize. If there's anything else I can ever help with, feel free to ring me up. I'm around in the city, tend to be inside the tavern on occasion. And here, as a slight apology before I go, I will cast Death Ward on Kier, just in case you need it in the next 8 hours.
Oh, cool. I hope she doesn't try and kill me in the next 8 hours, but I'll take it.
You never know.
Thank you,
You never
Jason.
know.
Thank you for coming in, Sason. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.
Of course, good luck, everyone.
Everybody say
Oh,
goodbye,
we're gonna need
Jason.
it.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Hey,
That was so cool.
okay.
I love cameos.
That was
Yeah.
too.
And for someone part of the group Trainwreck, that was way more reasonable in exchange than I thought it could be. Anyway, I'm gonna buy some potions from Farboilers.
Okay.
Right. I'm just wondering now that if what is it? I should get contingency.
Contingency
in
is the
case.
spell.
It is.
Oh,
In
right,
3.5
it's
it
a
is.
honey hole now.
It is in 5th edition too. Contingency, 6th level, casting time 7 minutes. 10 minutes.
I'll have to pull it up. Interesting.
I put it in the link.
Okay. Cool.
It was actually one of my options considering
Oh,
for
okay.
like the free spell.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this
it's
is
not near as cool
something
as
that's
it used
very-
to be. All right.
Yeah, no, I bemoan.
So,
But,
as you guys come to the honey hole, you are greeted by Speaklet Farboiler.
Yeah, the lovely wife.
How goes?
It goes well. We were actually here to buy some potions.
Oh, well, we have those. What exactly did you need?
I don't suppose you've got supreme healing in stock.
Of course! We've actually been slow on business lately.
Oh,
What?
well, I can help
Why?
out with that. I'd like to buy 4 of those.
Of course.
Can I also get
Supreme
mead cake?
potions of supreme healing are $13.50 each, so you're going to spend 5,400 gold.
Correct.
Okay. Anything else, Kier?
Nope, that was what I came here for.
All right.
Thank you
Tyro?
very much.
No, Tyrannus would just like to also pick up a cask if possible, like a travel one.
A what?
Like a small little keg of mead.
A keg of mead.
Like I don't know what the term is, but I do know it's like it's either jug or like a better traveling cask. That's it. Thank you.
Okay. You want a cask? Okay. That's going to cost you 5 gold.
Okay, it is done.
Cool.
He's also going to ask how the other 2 are doing.
It weighs 25 pounds.
Yes, he is going to ask Matilda if she can carry it. Oh, actually, no. Hang on. Weight carried unencumbered.
It could be a hogshead or a cask. They're about the same.
How much did you say?
25 pounds.
Right, that's fine. The Tyrannus is at 150 basically, and 175 he can carry. His carrying capacity is 210.
Okay.
Oh, pardon me.
Anyone else want anything from the potion shop?
Yes, please.
Yes. Can I help you, ma'am?
I'm
I like
running a
your
little low on
feathers.
potions. Oh, thank you. I like your hit.
Thank you. She looks.
Sorry, I was trying to see if you had any feathers to compliment. Run.
No,
Well, isn't
not anymore.
wait what?
Oh, Beckham blushes.
Wait, what? I'm confused.
She smiles at your confusion and continues helping this customer.
Could I have 6 potions of superior healing, please?
Of course, they're very popular. They're more affordable than the Supremes, but nearly as good. And
Is the Supreme the highest you have, actually?
yes, well, the ones that we market to the general public. You wanted 6 potions of superior healing?
Yes, please.
All right, so that's 2,700 gold. Well, we do have some special potions, but they tend to be a bit volatile.
In
Yeah,
what way?
Sounds like might enjoy them. What do you have just to entertain the idea? We won't spread around.
Well, they cost 2,000 gold each, but they're potions from the central wall.
What's in the center?
Do I know what the central wall is?
Yes, it's a location located between Reston and Australia. It's its own city-state.
Why are they special when they come from the central wall?
They're made with dragon's blood.
Uh-oh.
Can I have one?
For 2,000 gold, yes.
Oh. I will get one.
All right. You will purchase one unstable healing potion.
What's the as a recent friend just told me, the floor and ceiling of what can happen, as in the lowest and the best option if you drink?
She smiles at you. Who knows?
Wait. Oh, out of character, I think I figured out what's going on. You drink it and a wild magic surge happens.
Partially. First, you get to roll all of your hit dice and heal for that amount. Then you get to do the 1d10,000 table.
Okay.
You heal for almost half your health on average.
So, Eric, I have a question.
Yes.
What? When you say you roll all of your hit dice, do you mean you expend them or you
Nope,
just
you
roll?
just roll them.
Oh.
They get better as the game goes on.
Yep,
Yeah,
because you're averaging, like Heckin said, you're averaging half of your health in one potion.
Okay. Tyranius is going to ask, may I please have one?
She smiles.
Alright, he's good.
Of course, but I only have 2 more after this.
That's fine.
One
Okay,
moment.
2,000 gold removed.
One moment, I'll get them from the back. Jimmy! Jimmy! Jimmy, I need the healing potion. The unstable ones, yes! Yes, dear. An arm snakes in from behind and drops the potion on the counter and then snakes into the back.
Was he concerned about us?
Jimmy's kind of shy.
I don't know. I understand shyness, but I was like, it's nice to see, merchants who go like worry about general people. Like, you don't stop business. Business is business. But anyway,
That made no sense.
yeah, I know. Don't worry. A lot of my mouth doesn't.
Have you considered closing it?
With something this big?
She looks at you. I've seen bigger.
Yeah, I'm not going to question.
She smiles broadly.
Tyrannus is going to put down the 2,000 gold and look at Matilda and then pocket the unstable healing potion.
Matilda's going to give you squinty eyes because she would.
She would.
We missed you, Matilda.
hopefully she will be back next week.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
Anything
Yeah.
else you guys want to buy here at the potion shop? At the meadery?
Actually, I have a question, legitimate question. There's scrolls of Revivify. You do potions of Revivify at all? Or like
Oh, no.
tablet?
No. Revivify is magic. Potions are medicinal.
Fair. I was just wondering,
Here,
'cause
short circuits somewhat, but accepts this.
for a moment I was hoping that a character that Eric would go like Princess Bride. Anyway, sorry. That's... And cool, thank you. Walked out the door.
He's a strange
very
one,
much.
isn't he?
Yes.
It can be.
I don't see many Dragonborn around. Is it true that they're made from the corpses of great dragons?
That's what they tell me.
No.
No? I was
But they have the
curious.
soul of a great dragon.
Oh, the soul of a great dragon. That's even creepier. So are they undead?
No,
Question?
I don't believe that they are. I guess it's up to interpretation.
I don't think I have the education to answer that.
I was just curious.
Understandable.
Have a wonderful rest of your day. Was there anything else you
Yeah.
needed help with?
No, thank you though.
Yes. Are there any tasting meads out?
Oh, yes. We have a brand new blueberry mead that's delicious. You've absolutely got to try it. She's going to reach behind the counter and open a bottle and pour you a shot glass worth of blueberry mead.
Yeah, I drink it.
You're making me want to buy mead now, Eric.
the-
Thank you.
The honey and blueberry that comes down, it's delicious. It's perfectly sweet. The honey flavor sticks in your mouth. It's got that perfect consistency. It's delicious. Not too strong, though.
Do you sell growlers?
Growler? You would like a growler? Of course. And she will get you a growler worth of blueberry mead. It's going to cost you 2 silver pieces.
What's a growler?
Nothing. What's
See
the
this
growler
one?
with you?
It's about the size of a liter, if I remember properly.
Oh, nice. Also, don't mind me not looking up Mudgy Mead. Get 3 bottles because I'm low.
All right. Moving forward. Anything else you guys need here? Nope. All right.
No.
We can depart Farboiler's Honey's Hole and go back up to the town.
I'm so glad he got.
Was she talking about Dragonborn back there? I decided not to stick my head in.
Yes, she was.
Huh. What, you know any?
She wanted to know if you
I
were
think so.
undead.
What was that, Heckin?
Just answering the question. I don't think so.
Looks at Kieran, goes, I don't know, do I feel undead? Looks at, fuck, forgot the name. Granak. I kept on wanting to call you Brock. Looks at Granak. Am I undead?
I don't know. Would I know if he's technically undead?
Yes, you
can
would.
Divine sense and no.
So,
Well, I've
Granak,
divine sense before, and he's been in range, and it didn't ping for undead.
correct.
So
He is not undead. It's just a myth about Dragonborn. It's that they are undead. It's not true.
by divine sense, you're not undead. How about that?
Okay, I'll take it.
You're
I can
technically
block you
not
with my
undead.
and find out.
It's more of re-alive as opposed to undead.
Isn't that just resurrection?
You know, resurrection would bringing him back as he was.
But who wants that?
Reincarnation?
No, reincarnation would be the same soul.
Yeah, like, because Dragonborn are actually made from the carcass. I'm basically a
soul.
soul puppet.
You're the soul
What the fuck?
of you're a reforged soul.
Yeah.
So
Through the soul fire and the flames, I'll
all right,
carry on.
we're moving
Being a-
forward.
Yep.
Because I'm not getting sued by Dragon Force because I don't have that kind of money.
Yeah, fair.
Oh, trust me, I'm not singing any of it.
That
No,
said,
bunches.
it would be really cool to learn that they watched your streams.
If they want to come in, if Dragon look, full on announcement. If Dragon Force or Unleash the Archers or one of those bands wants to play D&D, I'll give them a free session.
Hell yes, whoa.
I'm not gonna lie. Wait, would one of those sessions, if you were like the whole Dragon Force, 3 hours suddenly becomes like 60
We're not going to
minutes?
explore that right now. We're going to focus on this game. So,
Sorry.
what would you guys like to do
All right.
now?
Gosh, do I go and talk to Amir and ask for explosives?
Do it. You
Nice.
saw
You should
Mary
tell
that,
him.
like,
What?
We should tell him that the ships we're going to blow up are coming to probably destroy the consortium. Doesn't he like them?
He did used to, and maybe presently, work for them. I don't know. Like, him being a mayor is still weird to me. It feels like just
Occasionally.
yesterday he was a blue cloak ogling Matilda.
I mean, he could still be a blue cloak, ogling Matilda.
Yeah,
Just
fair enough.
there.
Anyway, I don't suppose Amer would be available in the same way as Jason was.
We find out.
Oh, okay. Two cameos,
The
one
consort-
person.
The dangerous
Fucking-
double cameo combo.
fucking the Friday Night Lights, the what is it? The OVA episode where they get everyone from other campaigns in.
We're the bridge of all worlds, man.
God, as
That's a
opposed to
different
us.
aside.
All
Oh,
right.
sorry, okay.
So you guys are going to go. Go ahead, Granite. I'm sorry for interrupting you.
I was gonna say, did we ever find out if those straw hats that Judith gave us were magical or not?
Well, did they ping when I cast Detect Magic?
You weren't
They
there.
did
You
not.
already left by
Nope.
the time we got the hats.
All right. So, walking down the street, you see an amazingly handsome blonde elf.
Oh, hey, speak of the devil, and he appears.
Citizens!
Hello, Mr. Mayor.
And how can I help you on this lovely day?
Well, as a matter of fact, somebody informed me that you might be in possession of a great deal of frenzy. And I want to blow up an evil boat. You might have heard of it, the Abyssal Wraith.
You know, I cannot say I've heard of it per se, but you do realize that the frenzy will also destroy everything in a several-mile radius, correct? Fish.
I haven't thought about the delivery of it yet. I'm just exploring options.
Well, I will put it this way. I do happen to have a large amount of frenzy. You are correct. After the whole Jozo's Eye attacking, I decided the city needs a countermeasure.
And that countermeasure is blowing up half the city?
No, the countermeasure, if they show up again, is I will teleport to Garden Soil and blow up 5 barrels of frenzy and depopulate their entire island.
That's really extreme.
Yeah.
But it works.
The whole point is not to have to do it. It's the threat of it.
Oh. Interesting.
I'm hoping not
Okay.
to have to, but if I do, it's no. I'll still sleep for. Well, I don't sleep. Never mind. I'll feel just fine when I get home.
You'll trance perfectly fine.
Exactly. I would highly suggest if you want to blow up a ship, Is there
evil
anything
ship
special?
that's
Is it sentient?
Yes. It's supposedly indestructible. Like, I've been balked at with the idea of burning it to the ground.
So, my next question is: we can't burn it to the ground. Frenzy is still just an explosion.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
There's a lot of force. The damage comes more from the drug infecting all of the sentient mortals and them killing each other.
Oh,
Well,
well,
that's
that's not
one that-
helpful, actually.
People don't stay dead on that ship.
Now, I do have an idea still for you, though.
Oh.
Well, Emer kind of pauses, his finger on his chin as he's tapping it. There is a fiend with a rather large sphere of annihilation.
What is... That sounds... What is that?
Which part, the fiend or the sphere of annihilation?
Sure.
It's like a. Oh, sorry, you go, sir.
The fiend is large, fiery, pokey, your standard super strong demon.
All right.
And a sphere of annihilation is nearly exactly how it sounds. It's a big circle, big sphere that annihilates everything it touches.
Wait,
Now,
is it a black thing? Big
No,
black ball?
this is a really big black ball. Yeah.
Wait,
oh...
I've seen one of those before. I've seen one of them.
Yeah.
I've seen a
that
really
was-
big black ball that removed everything.
How big was it that you saw, out of curiosity?
Gosh, GM, how big in diameter was it approximately?
It got up to 20 feet in diameter.
About 20-ish feet?
Got watch out for this shit.
That's still fairly mild. The one this beat has is about 500-ish feet in diameter.
How would one handle that thing?
The same way you'd
great
handle
caution.
this. Yes.
Hold on, I missed the answer.
Great caution.
With- Yeah, very fucking carefully and stone sober.
So, it has to touch you to annihilate you, and you can be within a certain distance of it to control it. But yeah, it's a little awkward. Now, the Sphere of Annihilation, if you got a smaller one, it'd take you a while, but it'd probably work fairly well. You can also, funny story, you can combine them as well. I don't know if you knew that. You can move one sphere into another sphere and make it grow.
I didn't know these things were plentiful enough in which that was a thing.
Did you learn
It does.
that?
They double in size each time, so you don't really need that many to hit about 500 feet.
Is that also sort of like the what do you call it? Is it like the same way that you put a hole in a bag of holding and it's just like bye bye?
I'm not 100% certain. I only had the 500-foot Sphere of Annihilation for a short time.
But how did you learn that they would merge?
A very unpleasant Dragonborn taught me that.
Hey!
We
Not
know all
you.
about that, sir.
Oh. Okay.
Wrong Dragonborn. This one's name was Duldrin Shadowscar.
Don't know that one.
Yeah, he's dead now.
Hold on, I might know that one.
You might have heard the name. He existed
Yeah,
for quite
Doldrin
some time.
Shadowscar. Yeah, he was 2 episodes ago. Big lore dump on him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We kind of sent him to MCAL.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
We captured his soul, and
Hand delivered it somewhere. Went to the temple and said, "Here, your problem now."
we nicely requested it because we didn't really want him coming back. He still might come
Fair.
back. we just did what we could.
Mm.
But he is a very tenacious one, and he happened to have 9 spheres, if I recall correctly.
9? Goodness
does-
gracious.
It does specifically say here in my notes that you destroyed it with orbs of annihilation or orb of annihilation. I'll change that to orbs.
I destroyed his island with one.
Yeah.
His castle, his lair.
Yeah. The island of Salash.
Yeah, there's still bits and pieces out there of it.
So
Only
the
during
orbs of
low tide.
annihilation- The orbs of annihilation are very thorough, from the sounds of it.
Yeah, they really are. Now, I'd probably recommend trying to find something on your own as opposed to bartering with an archfiend.
Oh, sure. I'll just go to Annihilations Are Us.
Well, I mean, you could try. I bet you there's a shop in the central wall that would sell them. They kind of sell everything there.
Made a
The
place
shop.
near Australia with a lot of. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, it's knickknacks.
Wait
Is that near
a
call-out?
minute. Isn't that the name from the sign above the door in the consortium? Knickknack?
It's his knickknacks. Yes.
Huh.
And
All
no,
right,
Heckin,
that's
it's
a
not near
question.
Corlin. What we'll do is we'll pull up the map for you guys because this is the second time this session we've discussed the central wall.
Mhm.
And the central wall
Okay.
is here. Yep. There you go.
Bonk.
Yep.
Yeah, just northeast of Grindavik.
Hold on. How long has that been the Toad Sea?
For a better part of 3 years.
Fair
Oh.
enough.
How long
Well,
has that
you
been
won.
left?
Toad Sea above it.
Oh, yeah.
And now, if you want this to go a little better, because there's a little trick with these spheres is that they're not quite loyal.
Like,
If they're
what?
an inanimate
They're
object.
sentient?
Give me back the brain cell.
There's some logic to this. Say you happen to have a sphere of annihilation, and you're annihilating things with it, or maybe you're just hanging out talking to it. I don't know. I could use my own smarts to take control of that sphere, even if it was just above your hand. And so could anyone else.
Oh.
So it's a battle of wit.
If someone tries to take control of it over you, yes. Now,
Oh.
Great, I'm
No.
handicapped already.
Judith, though, happens to have a talisman. And it would definitely grant you a higher
Advantage.
level of control than most people would get.
That's a lot of money we don't have.
Oh, no, it's very expensive considering I sold it to her.
How much did you sell it to her for? Because, he's got to make a profit off of it.
Profit.
Amardus gives you a very, very wide smile. I believe it
Unbelievable.
was around the 80,000 gold mark.
Well,
Yeah.
that's going to be 370,000.
No. She gave me at price for it. It was just kind of a unique item. It wasn't really because I went in and I had to borrow it from her again. So she was still only selling it for 80,000 then.
Fair.
Only 80,000.
Now, who knows if things changed or whatnot. And if you ask her really nicely, she might loan it to you, but I don't know how well you...
Could we use the phrase Amer sent us?
You sure could. I don't know if it'll help you, but you're more than welcome to.
Dang it.
Thanks for being honest.
Listen, Judith and I have a great relationship. It does not mean she trusts me in the slightest, though.
What, you hang
Are
around
you
the
the
tavern? I
reason-
don't trust you too much.
Are you the reason that she doesn't take credit?
No, I've never stolen from her. I mean, I've definitely borrowed things from her and returned them. We have a very good working relationship. But
She
Yeah, you
that
don't really wanna-
doesn't mean she trusts me outside of, letting me borrow something for a day or two. I also did put down collateral.
Noted. I guess there's only one more thing to say, Mr. Mayor Amer, sir. The Abyssal Wraith might be targeting the consortium.
The what?
The Abyssal Wraith, the ship I'm looking to blow up.
Oh, right, you did mention that. Right. Amer's just kind of like, at this point, he's kind of off in his own world a little bit. Well, I don't. Do you think it'd show up in Nausea?
I think it's here.
In Nausea?
Actually, are we standing close enough to the dock that like we could look over and see if the ship's there?
You do not see it.
She mentioned that she brought a dinghy in order to get to you, so it's not at harbor.
Right. Yeah, it wouldn't be at harbor, but its captain is ashore.
Well, she's not causing any problems. She can stay here. I mean, it's a free port.
I'm just saying she might be causing problems soon, with the consortium specifically.
Well,
also, you don't have, porting fees?
Listen, I'm way too busy to take care of that. There are women to woo. There's brandy to drink. There's a 4-foot stack of papers on my desk that I still need to look at.
What is your job description, sir?
It is mayor.
What does that entail?
It is. It just says it's mayor, and then below it just says mayor.
Wait, so your name, Amer, is just Amer?
I mean, it worked
You are
out
an
really
NPC,
well
good
like
sir.
that. Okay. It really worked out for me. After killing Vagardan, I went to the Roaming King, and I was like, I'm gonna be really bored now. And so he's like, why don't you take care of Nausea for me while I'm gone? Like, sounds like a good idea.
You know what?
We didn't really discuss the nitty gritty. I sign papers when I get around to it. I fix problems when people come up to me. I get slapped by women at least 2 or 3 times a week. It's a good working ordeal.
I thought you got slapped without having to. Yeah, but do you also clean up that mansion?
I paid someone to do that for me. I'm not doing that myself.
Fair point.
Yeah.
What do you take me for? Don't let people I don't actually do anything, Tyronius. I pay large women to carry me around on a chair. I drink in the tavern. Ronaldus keeps me up to date on current affairs. You may really want to let him know about this Abyssal Wraith. That's technically more his job. I'm still also a member of the Blue Cloaks, but I'd let him handle the day-to-day. Because that's what he does, is handle the day-to-day. He'll come to me if I'm needed. But let's be real. How often am I really needed?
Fair.
Okay.
It depends on who you're asking.
Well, I have an idea here for you, Kier.
Uh-oh.
If you want to try blowing up the ship, I would consider giving you a barrel, but it'd need to be very far away from Nausea. Very, very far.
I don't think frenzy is the answer we need. If all it'll do is ensure the living crewmates are dead, it's not going to do anything.
Well, how about I give you this? Since you decided to seek me out, and who am I to say no to the people who come to me for help? And you see Amer reach behind his cloak, and he pulls out a small keg. And he sets it on the ground. And then he pulls out a bead of fireball. Just one singular one. And he goes, this should be enough to blow up any ship. This is a 1-gallon keg of Fey spirits.
Zoya looks down at that, looks up at Amert.
Like
alcohol?
Yes, like stronger than we can brew on this plain alcohol. And now you know pure alcohol is very explosive.
Yeah.
And here's a beer fireball to set it off. I suggest probably being farther away than you can throw it, but that's your problem, not mine.
Thank you.
True politician.
I think.
Okay. Who wants to keep the face spirits? And who wants to keep the beat of fireball? Because we are not keeping these two things together.
What could
That's
go
a good
wrong?
idea.
Neither of them are on
Everything,
Tyro.
Hey, listen here, you.
Tyro's gonna drink the alcohol
No.
or eat the beat of fireball.
I am not going to do either of them.
Alright.
I have my own fireball.
Let's go
Now,
ahead.
what
I have fireball at home.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
What I would suggest, though, in order to set this off, this is just my. Here you go. I gave you an answer, but I would probably suggest using perhaps the spell Glyph of Warding if you have the time to cast it. That would let you get away to safety.
Ooh, I could get the spell scroll for that. You don't happen to have it in the spell book that you know of, right?
I happen to have scrolls of it, but that's nothing neither here or there.
How much would you be willing to part with one?
Let's see. Where's my sane magical price list?
Same magical price list.
What about the insane?
It's what we
magical
all
price?
use.
I could part with one for 220 gold.
Done deal.
You now have one scroll of Glyph of Warding. And I have
220
220
gold. Thank you.
Well, thank you
This
for
wa-
the supplies and advice, Mr. Mayor, sir.
Yeah, just blow it up away from here. I don't want the ships hitting the sunken vessel coming into port. That's gonna mess up trade. I'm gonna have to do more paperwork.
If I have my way, Mr. Mayor, sir, we will be nowhere near Nausha when we confront Ashlyn.
Excellent, excellent. Well,
Oh.
go ahead, Tyra.
One question. How's that coin bug go for you? The one you bought from Hilda ages ago.
You know, it's part of my contingency plan in life. I haven't used it yet. You know, I try not to cause too many innocent deaths. They do happen from time to time. But you know, I have a reputation to live up to, Tyronius. Right now, currently, there is a statue of my glory being built in Bourbon as it's recovering. I have my own festival here. I need to keep my good name strong. I see that look, Eric.
There is. We established it. Look, we established that war.
So I haven't set it upon anyone to depopulate a village or that's not even the only thing I have. It's just I'm not that kind of person.
No, I was just curious if you used it or not. You seemed very excited.
Listen, I like to have options.
Looking at Kia.
What happened if we went to Corlin and visited Karth and they didn't welcome us? Then maybe that would have happened. I don't really like Corlin, so I wouldn't have mind seeing a city or two turn into coin bugs. But
God.
it's either that or slods. Hey, Talon, do I drink this potion?
Wait, what?
Amer just says that, and he's holding a potion in his hand.
What potion is it?
It is. It is I believe it's a silvery-looking potion, if I recall correctly.
That's correct.
Does it look similar to the unstable healing potion I recently
No.
purchased, Mark? No?
No.
And
You
your
can
offering
see-
is...
you can see 3 of those unstable healing potions very obviously on Amer's belt.
I'm one level away from having my alchemy stuff to be able to roll alchemy to know what it is.
Zoya
You just mentioned
slowly,
slots.
Zoya slowly blinks at the potions on his belt and stays silent.
Can I know what it is before I say whether I want to drink it or not?
You can know what it is. Are you asking me to tell you?
Yes, could you please tell me?
Oh, it's a potion of Slod.
Right.
What?
No,
Does it
thank
turn
you.
into a slob?
Yes.
You drink it, it turns you into a slod. Yeah.
No,
Why did you offer that to us?
because
Why
I
do
would
you
be the
have
type of person.
that?
Because I am the person who would probably, in the past, impulsively have drunk it.
You know, I
And
like to have have little fun sometimes. You know, you're not the first person I've offered it to. Probably won't be the last.
Offer it to
You're
Ashland.
gonna,
There you
you're
go.
gonna have to fight that slad when someone inevitably drinks it.
No, I won't.
Why?
Unless they're nausea. I would just tie them to a chair, force them to drink it, and let nature take its course.
Jeez. Okay.
To be fair,
No,
I'm still
that-
the best politician I've ever heard.
They'll turn into a slot. They'll, destroy
Break
a
out.
village. I will drink some brandy and eat some of Brad's cooking, and we'll go on with life.
God.
Listen,
Thanks for offering it to me.
well, you gotta ask these questions, and that's the kind of things that I'm here for. Making sure that you're choosing the right way to live your life by living.
Yeah.
Are you interested in science and experiments, Mr. Mayor?
It depends on the science of the experiments. Now, for making scientific theories on how I can pick up women, absolutely.
Never mind.
Oh.
Are you trying to lift a bigger or smaller woman? And that's
No, they lift me.
okay. So bigger woman. Got it.
Yeah. Why do you think
I was just wondering.
Why do you think I was sitting on Matilda last time she was here? I need a nice woman to hold up the chair I'm sitting in.
What was
I
that,
thought
Heckin?
Would you? You're probably not the right person. Would you be able to task someone to keep track of how all the adventures are dying in Nausea?
How to keep track of what they're doing in Nausea?
How they're dying.
I mean, I suppose. I get bored.
Cool.
You see him pull out a little notebook from behind this thing, and you can very see him tell Ronaldus to do my job. And he puts it back behind his cloak.
Ronaldo's people are asking me to do stuff. Please send help.
That's basically what Amos is running down. Yes.
God bless it.
Well, is there anything else I can help you with? I don't wish to hold up your duties, jobs.
One more. Why?
Go ahead.
Why three swords?
What happens if you lose your first one?
Shit. Good
Oh,
point.
so you don't hold one in your mouth.
Yeah, no, I have my primary sword. I just don't have a sheath quite big enough for it, so I have to carry it around.
You don't go dropping on, innocent little clerics, do you? From above?
Listen. We don't. What I do at night for the good of Nausea, we don't even talk about that.
Maybe
you
such
know-
a thing might be public. Should be public knowledge, Mr. Mayor, sir.
No, it really shouldn't. But I got this from an undead dragonborn, and I really quite enjoyed it. That dragonborn may or may not be coming after me at some point here. We'll find out. She was rather attached to that sword.
Oh, not me.
Are you an undead female dragonborn?
Undead, still on the fence. Female, looks down his pants. Nah.
Then yeah, I don't think you need to worry.
Okay.
And the other two have purpose. One's for killing fey creatures, and one's for heavily armored targets. Tools are
It's very educational.
but this is something to remember: is that no one tool fits every job. Whether you're doing an experiment, whether you're killing for the good of your nation, whether you're getting drunk in the tavern, you need to use what's optimized for the job at hand. So that way, when you're done, you can spend more time being lazy.
All right. So,
I've
That
learned a
everything you
lot
need,
from
Cap?
this conversation.
Then I've done my job. See, and this is what I do. There you go. If you're wondering what I do here, I just did it.
part of me is just hoping that you cast fly. Like, this is out of character. Part of me is just hoping you cast fly on yourself and fly away. Like, away, citizen!
Amer's only got level 1 spells. Although he probably would drop the 500 gold on a fly potion to do that in front of you. He does have some.
What are you talking
about? But at that point, if no one has any questions for you, you just notice that Emer kind of vanishes in a flurry of cherry blossoms. Well, what's the season, Eric? Like, what season's in the...
It is currently summer.
Yeah, we'll call it cherry blossoms then.
Nice.
As he kind of teleports away.
Oh, lovely. He can
Thank you for the
teleport.
cameo.
He's an Eladrin. He does that a lot.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. If you need me, I'll be around.
All right.
Take it
So
easy,
it's
mate.
off.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Thank you for the cameo.
Thank you.
And after Amir is gone, and a few seconds after, Kier will say, I didn't vote for him.
Well, I didn't vote for you. So,
Thank you.
okay, what are we doing with this keg? And Tony just like taps his tail on top of it, not on the beaded fireball.
Well, I was gonna give one to Zoya and one to Hecken as kind of a flying delivery squad if we were to ever use them.
Sounds good, Cap.
All right.
He just hands
Yep.
out. Carol scratched his head, bamboozled. We should maybe tell Ronaldus about the Abyssal Wraith, but not. And he'll say quieter, but maybe not that I was a crew member. I remember how he reacted to Gurr.
Yep.
Oh,
the less we
yeah,
talk to him,
right.
the better.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I guess one more stop, we find Mr. Basil.
All right. And we'll have to do that next week.
Ah!
So, guys, you guys are making a lot of progress. You guys are doing awesome. But we'll come back next week
Thank you,
for the next
everybody.
episode of the Friday Night Lights. As always, guys, thank you so much for choosing me to be your GM. There's a ton of amazing ones out there. I'm always thankful that you choose me to be yours. Check out the Patreon, check out the YouTube channel, check out the hats and dice over at gmeric.com, and we will catch you guys later. We'll be back tomorrow morning for us against the gods as they have resolved their job with the House of Flowers. So we'll figure out what happens next. Take care, everybody. Good night.
Goodbye.
Damn you, train wreck!
Bye.